I couldn't believe it. Well, you know what? It was like everything just goes through your mind. At least it did for me. It felt like I was getting stabbed. It felt like it's to be like they say when you're drowning, you relive your whole life. Just it keeps on going on and on. And that was the first thing. I just I thought about the animals. You know, what can we do? Then started thinking like, wow, you know, the work we went in here. Look how it's going, and it just there's a multitude of things that went through my head, and none of them were good. It was not a good feeling. Well, actually, a neighbor. We were in bed. A neighbor had called us, and they had called on our cell phone because our power got knocked out by wherever it started. It knocked the power out, and so we never had anything other than cell phones. So the neighbor called to ask what was going on, and I came into the kitchen because that's where our better cell phone service is. And when I got to the windows, and I could see the barn burning, I couldn't believe it. So then you start looking for clothes and everything else to try to get outside and see what you can do. It didn't seem like it took long for it just to take off.
Yeah.
And that, so it's a very helpless feeling, you know, that you would hope that you could get things like under control or whatever. And it's not the fault of the fire departments by any means. We had 4 different municipalities that sent their equipment out. The animals don't like to leave the comforts of their it's like you hear the story of the horses, that the horse will run right back into a burning building. It's the same thing with sows. And the worst thing about it is to try to get some of the animals out with suspended plastic flooring. You don't know where that floor has been compromised. So if you're trying to move animals out and the floor is melting, it's not a good place to be.
You
know,
what could happen? Could you sink in? Or?
Yeah, you'll fall right through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the thing is the gases. You have to, like the plastic, the burning plastic. You have to make sure you're geared up properly for it. You just can't run in there and say, okay, come on, girls, let's all go out. It just doesn't work that way. You'd like to be able to do that, but you know, and you got to look at the safety of the guys too. And one person will never move animals outside in something like that. So there's just no way.
So there were no survivors or
no.
Sad.
Yeah, there was a lot of those numbers on those ear tags. I remember them quite well. You know, the animals have been around the system for 2-3 years, and you know how they produce, and it's when you work with livestock for a living. It's like having your best friend dog or cat or whatever, but just on a larger scale. And you know, it's not something that I will forget easily. Put it that way.